it's fucking midnight and my roommates are asleep. They're gonna fucking text me now.
That was fucking awesome.
So about 6 years ago, I was playing Minecraft. Ben and I, we all know Ben from that one episode.
Yeah,
Didn't we take?
We
Is
were
it down
playing-
or is it still up?
It's down. We removed that
Oh.
decades ago. But they're
Well,
used,
the
they're
dedicated
used
listeners also...
before Sam was even in the fucking podcast, there was an episode where Ben came on, and he talked.
No, I remember.
Yeah.
Horsecock.
Were you there for that? I
Yep.
feel like you were.
No. I listened to it though.
So Sam, Bebin, probably the only two people that actually remember that.
Percent of the audience, so we're fine.
Yep. And yeah, so Ben and I, we were playing Minecraft.
No.
We were playing Tekkit. You guys remember
I do remember
Tekkit, the
Tekkit.
mod pack? I don't know if you do.
I was
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
there. Proud you.
Well, we joined a server and it was really fun. There were factions and stuff, and we were progressing as usual. And then we met this guy.
This sounds like a creepypasta.
It's
Hug
basically
me,
a
I'm
creepypasta.
scared.
We met this.
Creepypasta.
we
but
met
real.
this guy,
Real people.
and he
Creepypasta
had
IRL.
he had a Lucario Minecraft skin.
No.
And he had like a Lucario name. I don't really remember what it
Lucario
was, but
Did he have tits?
he was a cool guy in game. He helped us. He helped Ben and I, and then eventually Ben wasn't playing as much. So I was like, hey, I want to play with
Can you
someone.
talk
So I was
normally?
playing on the server with him
No,
a lot.
This makes it so much better when he talks like this.
I was playing on the server a lot with this guy, and eventually we started Skyping.
Oh,
I tell you right now, if I go back in my Skype history, he's there.
What the
I was, yeah, it was before Discord.
No fucking way.
It was
Skype.
before,
Hey, Lucario.
it was Skype, and eventually we like started our own world together. This guy and me, and eventually I sound like that one meme where the guy's like, eventually, and then never mind.
What?
You know that one kid on the news, like,
Oh yeah.
apparently, yeah.
So apparently, if you are
Apparently in Minecraft you get
Apparently,
molested.
Lucario skins tend to molest little.
no wonder you
kids
picked a
over
Lucario
Skype.
image, you weird freak.
That is true.
Yeah, that was all supposed to lead up to this, basically.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know
that's
whether
cool.
that's a
It gave me
future reference. Or
it
a
gave me
past
flashbacks
reference,
to this because it honestly the way the relationship with this internet man ended was jarring.
jarring.
Yeah. So
He
we
put
were
his
playing
bed
Minecraft
next
a
to
lot,
yours, and he slept next to you.
and we were
That's too
talking.
far.
He used to like ask me stuff. He was like, "Do you ever think about like who you are as
Minecrafter?
as an animal?"
Oh.
And I didn't know. I was
Like
so
Furry
young.
type shit.
I had no idea what was
how
happening. I
Old
was
was
like,
he and
wait.
how old were you?
He was probably well into his adult age, and
So
I
he's like
was
16.
14.
What's that supposed to mean, Matthew? Are we talking 20s, 40s, 60s?
Yeah,
he's
this
like-
guy
he's
was
like
probably
30.
like 20.
Oh.
So you
wasn't
right
even
now.
like.
This is a Pupsog groomed story. This is
I'm surprised we haven't heard
This
this,
is-
before today. Have you like gone through enough therapy that you're
Well,
allowed
yeah,
to talk
because,
about it
like,
now?
legally
you just
allowed.
like
They
the
got
church represses the memories of such
Right.
things, you know.
That sounds like a really fucked up porn channel. Groomed, like black, or bleached.
him. It's just a hairdressing
End it
YouTube
there.
channel.
Don't build on the
Fucked up,
joke.
like-
Don't build on the joke. Move on. We're not building on that joke. Keep telling the story.
yeah,
cut that out.
We're not cutting it out.
That was
We're not
fucked
cutting
up.
it out. We'll say that it was a hairdressing porn channel. That was, and we'll move on.
Why did you say porn channel?
It's dog group.
No, we're not going there either.
Can you put the Reddit censors over that giant horse cock? Sorry,
This
Chad.
ain't a
Wait.
horse.
That's a
This is
that's
a
that's
This
a
is a-
futa.
person.
No.
Sorry,
Bobby, that's
listeners,
a
if only you
futa.
see
Yeah,
what is
for the
on
visual-
Sam
for
Miller's
people who
freaking
are-
camera.
Yeah, he's put OBS PNGs over his camera, and one of them is a
You don't
Trap.
have to tell everybody.
yeah. Well, I mean, we can leave it up to imagination as to like the specifics.
Wait, is
but,
Trap
you know.
PC?
What?
I don't know.
No.
Really?
You just got canceled.
That's like saying like I don't know, like what do you call it? Like transsexual?
Yeah, I think that's the correct term, Eric.
What if it's just like the fetishized version?
It's a drawing, so it doesn't have feelings. Therefore, so
Fuck that drawing.
Move on to the story.
God.
We haven't finished how you got diddled by this Lucario figure.
It was so fucking diddled.
Lucario, use
Yeah,
diddle.
he
I wasn't diddled.
it gets
Super
it gets
effective.
weird, right?
PM,
Because I'm like
PM
14.
underage type.
I'm like 14, and he's Skyping me.
Oh,
and
he's
we're playing
15?
Tekken.
Okay.
Is this what? No, he was like an adult. I was 14.
He was like 20.
He used to tell me about. I'm starting to remember now how he told me about going to events on his own, like as an adult, like, and he used to impersonate Lucario. That was his thing. He used to tell me his favorite Pokemon was Lucario, and this was like a month in. This happened over like a whole summer, so like imagine 2 months. Here he started then sending me like pictures of Lucario, and it started as innocent stuff, but then he started sending me basically just Lucario porn.
Wild.
Like Lucario, and then some other
How have we never heard about
Pokemon?
this?
Yo.
We never even like briefly touched on this. This feels like a
So it was like Pokemon on Pokemon sex.
It was straight up
It
just
wasn't
like
just. It wasn't just
no.
Lucario and his
Gardevoir was like
fat
using
throbbing
Yeah,
seed. It was fucking
Lucario.
crazy.
He was just into like various like deviations of Lucario, like Lucario with cock, Lucario with big boobs, Lucario getting
with Bellsprout bouncing on up
Yeah.
and down on his balls.
yeah,
What
it
the
was
fuck?
it was crazy, and he used to just talk about how he just felt like he was Lucario so much, and I just didn't get how weird it was, and I was like, okay,
I mean, I don't blame you for
I
not
didn't-
getting it, to be honest. That's weird as fuck.
I didn't get it. I didn't get what was
That's
going
like
on. I
the-
was just playing Minecraft, and he was dressing
he
up
even,
and
like-
sending me
That's
videos.
like the fucking
Not of
Final
himself.
Fantasy house. You know that? The Final Fantasy house?
Yeah.
Where they were like, oh, I'm so and so from the game, and they would like fuck each other and not take showers.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my
remember
house.
You should you should look up that Down the Rabbit Hole video.
I don't
about
want
it.
to. I've already had to listen to Matthew
Yeah.
trauma dumping about how he got diddled by a Lucario Minecraft player.
Yeah, fucking. That's fucked up.
That is
man.
crazy. That is.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is fucked up.
Wait,
isn't
do we
it?
hear how it ended?
Also,
You know what else is
also
fucked up?
notice how he brings.
Oh, how it ended?
Notice how he brings up Ben, and it immediately, just instantly descends into fucking chaos. Like, Ben doesn't even have to be on the podcast, and it's just like a harbinger of fuck.
Okay, I have a
Yeah,
question.
I think now is
What
Q&A time.
What would you do? What would you do if you were eating out a female?
Oh, we're not on Lucario anymore. We're on a whole other hypothetical.
Yeah.
So if you think
and
about,
then, and then like
God.
your tongue is there in between her like folds, right?
what do you mean by
Folds.
folds?
And then a tongue
Damn, what
comes
is
out
this?
of her. A tongue comes out of her and just starts like fucking like tongue kissing you, right? Would you be into that, or would you just be
Sam,
like,
that's
"Oh,
weird
fuck,
as
no."
fuck.
Would you be like, oh, so that probably feels better when I stick my dick in there?
I'd probably like ask like if it's like like it has its own like sentience, or if it's like just another body part.
No, it's just.
Oh,
like
you
a
know
tongue.
the answer. It's just it's controlled by it. Like it's not like it has its own like sense of like anything.
Yeah, it's like your tongue, but just like in her pussy.
I mean, I probably would be a little weird, but I don't know.
I'd just stab it to death.
Yeah, I would grab it like it's Bowser's
Rip it
tail
out.
and spin her around like Bowser and throw her into a bomb or oncoming traffic and kill her.
so long, gay Bowser.
That's what I would say. I would shriek that at the top of my lungs while screaming and crying and puking and throwing up.
That's fucked up, Tyler.
You're fucked up. You gave the hypothetical.
Okay, now I have an actual topic. So I fucking watched the new Home Alone.
And
It was
it
Home Alone's
god
14.
Home
awful.
Alone?
It was fucking terrible. It was on Disney Plus. It's called Home Sweet Home Alone. It's fucking terrible. It's so bad. And the only person from the original Home Alone in it is Buzz, and he plays like a cop. And
Who the
he
fuck is
dribbles like
Buzz?
food on himself. It's fucked. His older brother,
the
bullies
spider.
him. I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass.
He was the spider, right? He was the one that had the spider. That's the brother, right?
And
What?
the porn mags. That's gross.
I think so.
Right? He had like he looked
And then
like
the tarantula.
Yeah, his older
Yeah.
brother had the tarantula. That's the older brother we're talking about, right?
And he had like freckles.
That's funny that
but
he's the only-
It was terrible. It was a
Okay.
bad movie. But I wanted to ask you guys, if you were a Home V Lone thug, and you were a Home Alone, and you had to set up traps to murder these two wet bandits, what traps would you set up?
Gun.
Just gun.
You know that part in Saw, the first Saw movie, when one of the traps is just like a shotgun pointed directly at that cop's head, and it just blows it off.
No, I don't think I've ever seen Saw any
Yeah,
of
me
them
neither.
actually.
Oh
So
shit!
bad
what?
reference. Maybe like reference My Little Pony.
But
I don't know.
they're from like there's like that theory, the internet game theory, about how Kevin McAllister grows up to
Saw.
be
I think
John
I did
Kramer,
see that one though.
Jigsaw.
I would
from the
say
Saw
that
movies.
my hypothetical defense would be that I would
Uh-huh.
go. He obviously he had prep time in the movie. I would go.
Yeah, you
You
get like
a day probably
a
full,
couple
I would say
hours
like a
of
full
prep.
afternoon. Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
12 o'clock, and it's noon. I get in my car. I go to home.
12
I
o'clock
go-
noon.
I
Get
go
in
to-
the car.
I go to Home Depot. It's about like 12:15 when I get there. It's 15-minute drive.
It takes 15 minutes for you to
Dude,
get.
where's
to
your Home Depot? How far is your Home Depot away from you?
Dude, everyone lives like 3
This
minutes. away
bullshit.
from
That's
Home
not
Depot.
physically possible.
You can just walk.
Yeah,
to
we're
Home
like a
Depot.
20-minute drive.
Fine. 12:03. I pull up to Home Depot. You're just giving me more time to prep here.
Yeah.
I go to the hardware section. I buy out their entire section of nails. Like that's like 70 pounds worth of nails, and I buy like 3 hammers. Okay.
Okay.
I go through self-checkout because I'm a pussy and I don't want to talk about how I bought 70 pounds of nails. I have to scan them all and weigh them. I weigh it as bulk lumber, so it's cheaper. 12:30, I walk out of the store. 12:33, I'm back at my house. Actually, I probably have like a Cliff Bar because it's going to be a lot of work. So like 12:35 now. And then
Yeah, you gotta factor in the
and
lunch breaks
then
shit.
probably from 12:35 to 12 or to like 2 o'clock, I'm pulling up the boards of the floor and nailing in. So I'm just creating an entire spike trap of nails that goes all the way across the entire, just every
they're,
other
like,
inch.
coming
Yeah,
up
yeah.
through
It
the
goes
floor?
out of the floor. I like pull the board up. I put the nail underneath. It goes up through.
Okay.
And so I've created this like you know those like nail beds. It's just that, but all the way across every
Yeah.
single like linear foot of my like.
That's
home
kind of
plan.
sick, but okay. So my kind
Not
of thought.
done. Not done. Not
Oh,
done.
okay,
Not
not
done.
done,
Not
not
done.
done.
Not done.
Distribute
Not
their
done.
weight.
2:03. Stop for a water break. 2:05. Back at it. More nailing. Getting the stairs. Getting the top floor. Getting like my porch is made out of wood in this hypothetical, so I do it to the porch. Everything. Okay. My house looks like Eraserhead. 5 o'clock. Stop. I have this board that I bought at Home Depot too. I forgot to tell that. And I use it to get around like when it's like hot on the beach and you have to have the cooler and like the towel and you like replace them and you walk around. I do that, but
Yeah.
with 2 pieces of plywood. I have dinner. Then
So
no,
you can get
no,
around
okay,
the house
not
that
done,
you-
not done
Where's
yet,
the
not done
snack
yet,
break,
not done,
Tyler?
not done yet, not done yet. 7 bean burrito. Hey,
What about when your
hey,
parents come
hey,
home? They just
hey,
step on the
not done yet.
nails.
For dinner, 7 bean burritos. This is important. And an entire thing of Pepto-Bismol. The entire thing. This is important. 6 o'clock, digestive system has come through. I start shitting, however, not on the toilet, on all of the nails. Okay, we are creating a DIY punji trap here. We are.
Is this like liquid shit or is
This
it
is
like
liquid.
solid?
It is a fine like coat, like a spray over the entire.
No, you know what you do? You put it in one of those
Nice-
foamers.
nice
You put it in a
joining us,
foamer.
Matthew.
You put it in one of those
okay.
car foamers.
It goes everywhere. I cover every linear foot of the house. I get it on the walls. I get it everywhere. Then I go and I sit in the one place I didn't nail which is right next to my room. There's a little like a 5x5 area that I can stand without nails. I do have a handgun in case they make it to this non-nailed area. Okay, and then
I do have a 45.
okay,
I'm trying from a fucking Glock.
9 o'clock. They're here. They
Just
open the
quaking in the corner, nails
they're already
everywhere,
here.
clutching
Okay.
a rifle.
What are they gonna do? If you were the thieves, what would you do in this hypothetical, Matthew? If you were Mo, if you were the sticky bandits or the
Bring
wet
in
bandits,
like a
depending on
bucket
the
of water and a hammer.
From Home Alone.
yeah, if you were trying to
I would
penetrate,
distribute my
if you were trying to
weight.
penetrate ultimately me, but also penetrate the house, what would you do?
No, don't say that.
What would I do?
How would you get to me without the nails?
Walk.
Okay, first, I would go to the local party depot. I would get
What time is it?
copious
What time is it?
amounts of helium
time is
cylinders.
Cylinders.
What
Yeah.
time is it? It is
You don't have to do a
8:59
timetable.
minutes before I'm supposed to penetrate.
Oh,
Oh,
you wanna try to like? Oh, okay.
To
Keep
match
going.
I get
scenario, Tyler's a
weather
child.
balloons. I get weather
Okay.
balloons. I get all the Party Depot helium that I just bought from Party Depot, and I fill up the weather balloons.
Okay.
And then I get one guinea pig. I surgically implant inside the guinea pig 1 pound of C4 plastic explosive. The guinea pig, however, is still alive.
Oh my god.
It's still able to move.
So
The
how
surgery
so
did not
into
impede its
stuff-
core
okay.
functions,
You're just
okay?
like, it's
The
just
surgery
screaming
did not.
in agony.
It was no, it was numbed. It was numbed. It is paralyzed from the neck down on guinea pig terms.
You know a dentist who has some
It's
numbing
high
agents
as
and you
fuck
borrow
on
them.
anesthesia.
I numbed that guinea
what time
pig.
is it when
in-
the guinea pig is hooked up?
What time? 8:59 and 30 seconds when the guinea pig is in the air. I do all this in 30 seconds. The guinea pig is currently ascending. I have.
Okay.
My phone readout gives me altimeter stats from the guinea pig. When I see the guinea pig hits 300 feet, my mathematical calculations have told me that is the perfect height for the guinea pig to penetrate the roof of Tyler's residence.
It's gonna like carpet
So
bomb
much
my house. What the
penetration
fuck?
going on.
No, better. It's going to implant itself in your roof. And then it's gonna wait for my command. At 8:59 and 50 seconds, I give the command to blow up the implanted guinea pig, which the guinea pig, which was implanted inside the roof of your residence, explodes, blowing the
Allahu
top
Akbar.
off of your house. Then, me in my
Toyota Corolla.
cargo bob that I stole from the local airport. This is I drop in on my with my
Fortnite.
what?
Fortnite, drop in.
I drop in. I start hammering away at the walls in your house to gain wood. Then, when I have approximately 120 wood, I one by one you inside your room. No more punji traps because I mined them out as well. No more punji traps. I build my own. I found one of the punji traps you did not use, and I actually box you in, and then I jabate you outside of the room, and then I spike you. I spike you. You spike yourself. You just walk into it like an idiot.
Oh fuck yeah!
I love that when I told you what would you do if you were like the sticky bandits or the wet bandits, you read that as what would you do if you were a domestic terrorist.
Holy fucking shit.
and Joe
I
Pesci
concede
are
though. I
domestic
say
terrorists.
you do win. Now, Eric, final hypothetical. What would you do if you were my dad and you came home and you saw punji traps all over the house and then a small 1x1 and my dead rotting corpse and an exploded hamster blood stain on the ceiling?
I'd rage quit.
I'd be pissed the fuck off.
So I'd call. Okay, first off,
No, dude.
8:35.
Right, what time is
I'm
it?
getting close to
In the
bedtime.
morning?
I already ate dinner at the workplace. Drove home in my flatbed Toyota Tacoma. After making it into the driveway, after smelling the awful stenches of your fecal matter all through the neighborhood, I realized this is my son's neighborhood fecal matter. I pull in the driveway, get out of my car, pull out my phone.
You know my
The
scent.
pheromones.
Fecal scent permeates the entire radius of the town.
Call the insurance company, call the police, bring in the SWAT team. We open up the house to find Matthew buckled sitting on top of the Punjabi trap. I think is it Punjabi or Punjai?
I don't know.
Either way, we find him licking the poop off of
Whatever
the
it is,
trap.
it's not
He's a
allowed.
weird freak.
The punani.
We take him into custody, disassemble this motherfucker, rebuild him as an animatronic, send him into Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria to regain my wealth that's going to be needed to build a new son and a new house. After many years of being in the Freddy Fazbear's industry, we get our money back, tear down the place, make it decrepit, turn it into a video game, make more money off of that. And after all of this money making, invest in a couple Bitcoin. After investing in a couple
Right.
Bitcoin, sell the Bitcoin.
Get a couple NFTs.
Get a couple NFTs, take the NFTs, flip those NFTs, fuck them.
Right.
Right.
You fuck the NFT. That's wild. You have sex with the Lucario NFT.
At this point, it's 9:30. I'm a little
Yo.
sleepy. Time to go to bed. And
Okay.
I go to bed, and that's it.
Sam, what would you do if you're hypothetical? You're the new child and you're a cyborg. What are your first 3 words when you get born?
Head.
I want head.
Give me head.
Ovarian
head.
cancer.
And then yeah, so I'm the fucking cyborg kid. I was just created. I don't know my purpose yet. So, and all I see is a shit covered house with nails everywhere.
The roof missing.
So I was like, what the fuck? So I book a flight to New York, and then
Patrick Bateman.
I fly to New York City,
Right.
and I walk into the fucking Four Seasons hotel, right? And I find Tim Curry, and I just start slumming it with him. I'm just like hanging out with Tim Curry, and I'm just like having a good time. I'm drinking and shit because I'm a
True.
robot.
It
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter if I'm not 21, because it doesn't.
There's no
actually
regulations
affect me
yet.
at all.
They haven't. It's your.
Yeah.
Are you hopped up on
robots
monkey poop?
NFTs.
Do you smoke a little bit of monkey poop?
Yeah, so I smoked so much fucking monkey feces, bro. And then I'm hanging out with Tim Curry for like 3 or 4 hours, right? And then I walk down to Rockefeller Center. I think that's in New York. I don't
Probably
fucking
sounds
know.
like New
And
York.
I walk down there. They're filming an episode of Jimmy Fallon. I walk into the fucking studio, right? And as soon as they're like, Jimmy's doing his opening monologue. He's talking about like NFTs and shit, and like the audience is not having it.
So the new
They're-
NFT on the
they're
market
just, like,
is
fucking dead.
I invested
Their
in this
eyes are
new thing
glazed
called
over.
Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, "Good news, guys! We have the cast of Squid Game coming on very soon." And then as
Squid
soon
Game
as he
3.
says that, that's my cue. I fucking overheat my
your coils,
fucking
your ball
molten
coils.
core or whatever. Yeah, my fucking energized coils that are powering me, and I just fucking explode, and I just blow up the entire Tonight Show.
You incinerate the
entire
entire.
Wait,
life
okay,
of
isn't
the
that how
audience.
Die
Squid
Hard
Game.
ends? Isn't that Die Hard?
Die Hard does not end in a domestic terrorist event like the Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah, no. Remember at the end of Die Hard when they buried the guy with
when
his
Hans
Uzi and he
falls
comes
When
out
the
of
building
out
explodes
of
and
the
Jimmy
building.
Fallon's laughing.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy
ties a
Fallon
fucking-
is the main terrorist as
fire
he's
hose
falling and
around
looking
his
up. That's
stomach.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon ties a fire hose around his stomach and
Yeah.
he jumps out of the building while it
Get off the
explodes
roof!
behind him.
Imagine
There's
an
a
entire
cyborg
movie
NFT, he's
shot in
gonna
the
blow
same
up.
way they shoot fucking
Remember at the
SNL
end of
skits.
Die Hard when James Franco goes, Wario?
Yeah,
That wasn't
that was
funny.
super hilarious. But yeah, so so I
Can you
fucking
cut that part
kill
out?
Jimmy Fallon,
Can you cut the part out? Can you cut that part out?
incinerate him
Can you-
and his audience, and maybe the cast of Squid Game, but that's on accident.
that
I
was
wasn't
my
actually
bad,
gonna do
guys.
that.
My bad. I didn't mean that.
Sorry about that, Falloners.
And then I fly back to Tyler's house, and I just cover the rest of his walls and shit. I cover the outside
Sam,
of
I
the
hate
house.
to interrupt you, but do you want to look at what Matthew's starting to stream?
Yo.
Is that him?
Is live or is it Alex Bunting or is it Lucas?
For audio
Oh my god, you
description,
fucking messaged him.
I went back. I went back to 2014 and I found this
No
guy.
way.
He's probably dead.
No
or in
way.
Prison.
That's him?
I don't know if it's
And
him,
so-
but it's the
okay,
closest thing. It's
for-
the closest.
to describe. He's on Skype. He scrolled all the way down to where it says like
I didn't
like
know it kept this.
2014, and then he found this guy called Lucas, and he just messaged them, "Hey, do you like Lucario?" I don't know how to even feel about. This is a roller coaster of a podcast. We started incredibly depressing. We had the funniest hypothetical, and now we're back to Matthew messaging his sexual
abuser.
assaulter. He has abuser.
Dude, he's not gonna message back in like
You
2
say
minutes,
that.
is he?
But
No, he's still
Fate
active.
Switch
He's still active in the Lucario community.
yeah.
We should just like leave the podcast recording until he responds. Dicks.
This is really cool.
This is super eventful.
Why do you have so many people on Skype?
He does have a lot of people on Skype. It's really weird.
Can you
is
message
all just
all of them?
conversations.
What was that one person that was iDubbbz is my dad? Why is
I have
that?
no idea.
Didn't we talk? Who made an iDubbbz joke?
Earlier in
you
the
made
net.
an
That was
iDubbbz
probably-
joke in the NFT video that might be out before or after this podcast. Probably after.
Yeah, probably after.
You should make this Hooters Amy your Skype icon, Matthew.
He's now looking
Oh,
at
shit.
two people like piggybacking at like a tailgating event, and they're wearing Redskins merch, which is really out of taste. So Matthew's canceled
Oh,
now.
okay. All right.
So Matthew will never be back on the podcast. He's gonna have to go back and try to make a podcast with his Lucario diddler. Sorry to let you guys know.
Lucario Diddler?
That's
Oh,
like a
okay.
wild-
Can we? Okay, my
the-
other hypothetical I was gonna say before Tyler was like, "Don't stop. I'm still going. I'm still going. I'm still going. I'm still going." I was gonna say
seem
that
mad.
they didn't take a part in psychedelics in any of the Home Alone movies. What I do, fill the vents with vaporizable psychedelics. They come into the house. I greet them kindly. They come in with aggression. I hit the button. Evaporate all this psychedelic energy juice. They breathe it in, start tripping the fuck out. Me and these guys, we're sitting here. I've got a gas mask on because, I got to stay sober for this. They start losing their minds. They meet God. They meet God number 2. They meet God 3. They're sitting there in the 3rd dimension while in the 5th dimension. They're shitting, pissing, and sweating all at once. Eventually, after 10 hours of this enlightenment, they come back up. They see me as God. I enlist them as people to work for me, and then I let them go because I don't know how
You're
to
a
do that.
forgiving man.
I'm a forgiving man.
Eric,
What the
Eric,
fuck? You don't keep them as sex
No,
slaves?
that's so rude.
True. Now, Eric, I like that
Oh, yeah.
hypothetical. However, I would replace your psychedelics with 2 words: white phosphorus. Same hypothetical. They would die after 30 seconds. I have the gas mask.
Joe
You just
Pesci
let it.
walks
You never stop
As
letting
soon
it
as
through
he
your
steps.
air ducts, and you let
No.
it go outside.
Takes
too.
one step.
You could just like live. You know what I mean? As long as you kind of replace your like gas mask every once in a while, you could just kind of live in the
every
white
5 to 10
phosphorus.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, well, think about it. It'd be
Okay.
rodent killer. You don't have to worry about rats or bugs in your house. You wouldn't have to worry about UPS people trying to wake you up. every day
UPS
and
people.
delivering
Wake you up.
packages.
The
You wouldn't have to worry
UPS
about the
man
skin
who's
crawler.
always trying to give me
Yeah.
meds.
You wouldn't have to worry about about the skin crawlers that are disguised as as Girl Scouts delivering cookies.
Dogs and mailmen.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing could get to you. So I think
Dude,
that would
okay.
be how we live life.
So imagine my house in fucking
I'm imagining
Delaware.
I don't know.
Okay,
Where does
Delaware.
Kevin McAllister live? Like Iowa?
Yeah, I would say
Iowa.
sounds like a good state.
Joe Pesci, he's breaking in with his buddy Daniel
Right.
Stern. They have a crowbar. They pop open the front door. Joe Pesci takes one step inside
Blows.
the house. Boom! Immediately, just mustard gas everywhere. Just
Tag it.
fills the entire
Ammonia
house.
and bleach.
I'm sitting outside in a van, like 5 blocks away. I'm just giggling and laughing as I watch
just
through the
pissing
ring
yourself
camera
laughing.
as they just fucking die.
The ring camera.
Ring camera.
You watch these people die on a ring camera.
Yeah. I just
Practical
watch 'em
joke.
watch their
Switch out the
skin
water
just,
in the
like,
toilet
melt.
with bleach.
Yeah. Take ammonium and bleach.
That's a
and-
genius prank, though, Matthew. Think about it. If you poop just right, you know how you get the water to splash up in your ass? If you replace it all with bleach, the bleach would go up in your asshole and it hurt a little bit.
And you'd have a really, really white glistening ass.
Yeah.
That's such a
And then
good
you would be that
idea.
Kanye line.
If I fuck this model and she just bleached her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt,
You guys want to hear a funny Tyler fact about that song? Father Stretch My Hands.
gonna get
Father Stretch My
copyright
Hands
claim.
Part 1. I love it, but I only listen to the first half of the song. Right before it gets to that first bleaching asshole, it
Why?
drops so heavily, and I move on.
Why? That's like the best
And
part.
if
That's
I
the
fuck
the
only
worst
part I
part.
listen to.
And she
And
just-
don't
I
even
skip
get
it
me
till,
started on Part 2, like the next song after that, because it's just Black Beetle, but he put a drum filter over it. That's all he did.
Yo,
Wait, are we
fuck
still
off.
recording?
Kanye West
Yeah,
is the
have
greatest.
you stopped recording?
No, I just like
We still
totally
recording.
had like hay fever right there.
Well,
What?
Went into
fever?
heat, I think.
you
What
had
the
hay
shit?
fever in
Okay, but
2021.
did you
Fucking
know that-
virgin. Imagine.
Bro went to a farm and got hay fever. What a bozo.
What a fucking nerd.
You know how Kanye's a Reddit bootlegger of
Yes.
porn?
That makes him pretty
Um,
relatable. I might listen to Donda somewhere now.
That's pretty fucking
Yeah.
cool. Like I thought he was just some wacko.
Do you think
And then he
Kanye,
said that shit and I was like, damn, he's spitting
That's
straight
kinda
fire.
do you think Kanye only records when he's in heat?
Yeah, haven't you listened to Bound 2?
Physical heat or like figurative?
He's in heat, like
Both.
When yeah,
You know,
okay.
He's sweating profusely.
like an animal.
Yeah, okay. And I was wondering if you meant like if he only made like music above a certain temperature, like he wouldn't make music that when he was in like below 75,
Yeah, no, he locks the studio
and he makes sure he
in
turns
and, like,
all the
fucking
processors
insulates
on
the walls.
high so that it gets
And he
super
turns
hot.
the-
Yeah,
He turns
when
the
he was
temperature
when
up
he
to,
was in
like,
Wyoming
fucking-
recording Ye, and he was on retreat, he had to have his like little like cabin specifically insulated so that it would get to like 110 in there so he could record music.
Mhm.
More you know.
Anyone who walks in there, just their skin starts melting off because he's become so accustomed to the warmth that no one.
Well, the
else
only
can
person who
take
came
it.
close was Joe Rogan. He was actually in Ye's house when he took that sauna photo. And
Joe Rogan
even
and-
a WWE fighter, Joe Rogan, couldn't handle Kanye's heat.
And probably Playboy
Cardi might be able to.
Guys, I'm at the
Yeah, the
Cardi concert
two-time
right
Joe
now.
Rogan.
Guys, Vamp Anthem.
You're at Vamp Anthem right now.
That'd be a wild thing to do. We like do a podcast while waiting for a concert to start. You're standing there in the crowd.
You
Let's
wouldn't
fucking
hear
do
anything.
it.
No, we
King
do
Vamp,
like a
baby.
chest. We do lapel mics, so you can talk right into them.
Let's do it
Right now. You guys heading down?
All right, 1, 2 listeners, make sure you look out for the King Vamp
Look
podcast.
out for the Keemstar podcast where we kidnap Keemstar and torture and
Keemstar?
mutilate his body live on podcast.
Yeah, but we specifically do not touch his
No,
genitals
we kind of ignore that part.
because that would
That would
be
be
inappropriate.
inappropriate
Be illegal.
and it'd be illegal, and we
Yeah.
respect his body even though we're gonna like carve a pentagon.
But
can't.
everything
We
else
might
is
carve a
just
pentagon
like
into his
fucking-
chest, but we will not touch his butt or his booty hole or his
A
genitals.
pentagon.
Okay,
We're gonna
Yes.
carve a trapezoid into
we
his
might-
forehead.
we
a
might
pentagon
write,
into
like,
his chest.
I hate Keemstar in his forehead with a knife, but we're not gonna touch his balls or his penis or his butthole or his butt. It won't happen.
May drag a box cutter across his
Yeah,
stomach.
we might slice his soles of his feet open, but we will not touch his penis or pee-pee or butthole. It won't happen.
I
I
might
might
take
cut off
those
his
like
earlobes and
Okay,
Yeah,
that was.
just
Thanks,
make-
guys,
just
for
make-
listening to Bathtime
Just
Boys.
make sure you don't.
This was
touch his
episode
butthole.
267.
I don't want to make
This
like
it was actually episode.
human leather out of his like.
That'd be
his
cool.
arm.
I could eat some of that too. I'm kind of hungry.
I might take those crazy
Yeah,
scissors.
episode
from,
34,
kindergarten that cut, like
34
zigzags.
minutes. End it right now. End it right now.
Just,
So it's
like,
34
cut the
minutes.
webbings
Coincidence?
of
I
his
think not.
fingers.
Reddit. End it.
Slice his banjo string.